The Tuesday, April 7 episode of General Hospital brings explosive confrontations and shifting alliances across Port Charles, centering heavily on the fallout from Marco Rios' tragic death and the ongoing custody and foster battles. Jen Sidwell is officially on the warpath, and his crosshairs are locked directly on Sonny Corinthos. Meanwhile, Michael Corinthos is sniffing out trouble regarding Jack Brennan's latest scheme, and the fate of baby Phoebe hangs in the balance for Brooklyn Quartermain and Harrison Chase. So here we are again, and honestly, I am still just trying to process everything that has been happening lately. It is a lot. It is so much. Let's be real, the writers are just throwing everything at the wall right now, and some of it is sticking and some of it is just making a giant mess on the floor. But I'm here for it. I really am. I've been staring at my screen for hours trying to figure out how we got here, but let's just dive right into these spoilers because there is a ton of ground to cover and I have a lot of feelings about it. First of all, we have to talk about this funeral. Marco Rios' funeral? What a complete and total disaster waiting to happen. What was Sonny thinking? Like, seriously, what went through his head when he put on that nice suit and decided to waltz into a church where Jen Sidwell is mourning his murdered son? Marco is dead. Marco was stabbed to death by Ross Cullum in Alexis Davis's law office because Marco stole Britt Westbourne's Huntington's meds from the Windermere safe. But Sidwell doesn't know that. Sidwell thinks Sonny did it, or at least that Sonny ordered it. And Sonny thinks he can just show up and offer condolences and stop a mob war. It's crazy. It is just crazy. But maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe Sonny really thought he could talk Sidwell down. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. Sonny has this complex where he thinks he can control every room he walks into. He told Rick Lansing that they had to do this to prevent open warfare, so Rick goes with him. Rick is standing by Sonny through all of this, which is a choice. Rick is trying so hard to prove to Elizabeth that he is a better man now, and they are officially giving things another try. But walking into a church to confront a grieving, vengeful international criminal doesn't scream safe and stable boyfriend to me. Rick has his own concerns as Sidwell's rage escalates, and he should. Everyone should be concerned, because Sidwell does not care about Sonny's apologies. He looks Sonny right in the eye at that funeral and tells him he doesn't believe for a second that Sonny is sorry, and then Sidwell drops the hammer. He warns Sonny that he has gotten away with far too much for far too long, which, let's be real, is true. Sonny always gets away with it. He always does. He skates on every charge. But Sidwell says that is going to change, and you can see the fear. You can actually see Sonny walk away fearing his rival's next move. Sonny knows he poked the bear. And now the bear is coming for his family. Meanwhile, across town, Jordan is talking to ADA Justine Turner. Jordan is undercover with Sidwell right now, which is so dangerous. It is incredibly dangerous. She is doing surveillance on her own. Jordan tells Justine that Sidwell is on the warpath and out for blood, and Justine immediately starts worrying about the safety of Sonny's children. Justine and Sonny have that history, that one-night stand, so she is invested, but she is right to be worried. Sonny's kids are everywhere, and they are all vulnerable right now. Christina's at the hospital visiting Molly, who is preparing for her endometriosis surgery. They are arguing about Molly not wanting kids and Cody wanting a family. Dante is running the PCPD, completely exhausted and completely unaware that his own teenage son, Rocco, is the one who shot Ross Cullum on Pier 55. Jason Morgan took the fall for Rocco. Jason is sitting in a WSB black site right now, taking the blame so Rocco doesn't go to federal prison. So Dante is in the dark, Christina is distracted, and Michael is wrapped up in his own mess. The Corinthos kids are sitting ducks if Sidwell decides to strike back at Sonny by going after his family. So let's talk about the hospital drama for a minute because it never stops. Isaiah's at the hospital and he questions Portia. He asks if she is really okay with something. And that something is Jordan being so tangled in Sidwell's web. Isaiah is terrified for Jordan. He knows what Sidwell is capable of. Sidwell put a hit on Isaiah back in Somalia and kept Lucky Spencer captive. Isaiah knows the stakes, but Portia? Portia just shrugs it off. She argues it has nothing to do with her, which is classic Portia. Just deny, deny, deny. If it doesn't fit her perfect narrative, she ignores it. But Isaiah disagrees. And he has a point. He has a very good point. Portia is having Curtis's baby. And Curtis is back together with Jordan. So Jordan's safety absolutely impacts Portia's life. If Jordan gets hurt or killed by Sidwell, Curtis is going to be devastated, and that affects Portia and her baby. But Portia doubts the Curtis and Jordan reunion will last. She really doubts it. Because of course she does. Portia is bitter. She is so bitter, and she probably wants Curtis to come crawling back to her eventually. Even though Curtis just met up with Nina Reeves and warned Nina to be careful what she wishes for, Curtis is handing out warnings to everyone, but he can't seem to fix his own messy love triangle, or square, if you count Isaiah. It is just a mess. And then we have Michael and Jacinda. Oh boy. Jacinda has been dealing with all this family drama because Olivia caught her naked with Michael at the Quartermain Gatehouse. Jacinda has this past as a sex worker. She calls it her expensive luggage, which is a great line, honestly. I love that line. But now Jack Brennan is trying to use her. Brennan is ruthless. He is so impatient and demanding right now. He wants Jacinda to get close to Charlotte Cassadine. Why? Because Brennan needs to know where Valentine is hiding. Valentine is hiding in Carly's attic. Carly is hiding a fugitive, again, because she never learns. And Brennan is blackmailing Nina. He told Nina he would release the traffic cam footage of Willow near Drew's house the night Drew was shot. Which, by the way, Willow shot Drew. Willow is a congresswoman now, and she shot Drew, and she is secretly paralyzing him with drugs so he can't tell anyone. Willow is a literal monster right now. But Brennan is using that leverage to force Nina to get Valentine's location from Charlotte, and Nina is dragging her feet, so now Brennan is offering Jacinda a deal too. He hinted about giving Michael some useful info in exchange for Jacinda's help. But Michael smells trouble. Thank goodness somebody in this family has a brain today. Jacinda shares the news with Michael and it leaves him uneasy. He tells her that something about it just doesn't sit right with him. And he is right. He is so right. Michael advises Jacinda to back off. Do not trust Jack Brennan. Nobody should trust Jack Brennan. He is the head of the WSB and he is playing everyone against each other. Michael knows that getting involved with Brennan's schemes is a one-way ticket to disaster. I just hope Jacinda actually listens to him. She is smart. She knows how to read a room. But Brennan is very persuasive. And finally, we have Brooke, Lynn, and Chase. They are just waiting to find out if they can be foster parents to baby Phoebe, Delilah Wilson's baby. They have been fighting so hard for this. They even had to deal with Wiley asking the social worker what a hooker was during their screening because he overheard Olivia talking about Jacinda. It was a disaster. A complete disaster. So Chase went to Congresswoman Willow Kane and asked her to pull some strings for them. Willow owes Chase. Chase helped her so much during her trial. He really stepped up for her. So Brooke, Lynn, and Chase are excited to find out their future. Did Willow's political strings pay off? Will they actually get to take this baby home? I hope so. I really hope so. Because Brooklyn and Chase deserve a win. They have been through so much with the whole Bailey Lou situation years ago. Giving that baby back to Maxie broke their hearts. And now they just want to love baby Phoebe. But with Ethan Lovett coming back to town soon, and all the rumors that he might be the biological father of Delilah's baby, I am just so scared for them. I am so scared their hearts are going to get broken all over again. So that is where we are. Sunny is provoking Sidwell. Sidwell is planning revenge. Jordan is in over her head, undercover. Portia is living in denial. Michael is trying to keep Jacinda out of Brennan's trap. And Brooklyn and Chase are just praying for a baby. It is a lot. It is chaotic and clunky and emotional. But that is why we watch, right? We watch because we care about these characters even when they make the absolute worst decisions possible. And Sunny showing up at that funeral might just be the worst decision of the year. We will just have to tune in and see who survives the fallout.